So I totally intended this to be another drum sound tutorial using my Robot Dog Drums plugin, but I basically just pulled up the Big Pop Punk preset and it sounded almost exactly like this. Alright, let's see what I did do to achieve this sound. On the left we have the slightly modified instrument that I used to make this cover, and on the right we have the straight up Big Pop Punk preset that comes with Robot Dog Drums. Let's check out the differences. First thing is that I've cranked up the character knob a bit. The character knob is this really cool feature within Robot Dog Drums that allows you to go from a basically unmixed sound on the left to a really glossy, fully mixed sound all the way to the right. Let's just turn that knob back and forth and hear what it does. Awesome, so we're just going a little more glossy than the preset. Okay, what else? So the snare, that's probably the most important element of this sound. So I really didn't do much here. It looks like I just slightly tuned it up here with this tuning control. So just a little lower here, but not by much. So it's pretty much stock there. If you go into the mixer, pretty much totally straight up. The trigger blend is about the same. The room blend is the same. The amount of reverb is the same. So there you have it. Snare drum, pretty much straight up from the preset. Okay, let's check out the kick drum. So instead of the Gretsch Maple 24x20 that I like to use a ton, I've selected the SJC Mahogany 24x15. We've tuned that one down a little bit from the default here down to about here. And if you go on the mixer page, I have backed off the 808 trigger right here. Here's the default position. Backed it off to about here. That's a built-in one-shot trigger sound that you can blend into taste. It looks like I dialed it back a little bit for this sound. Going back to the kit page, let's check out the toms. Okay, so here I clearly used the same set of toms from the preset. But I wanted to match the tuning of the toms in this really classic drum beat in the verse of the song.
I'm in the business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a...
So it mainly relied on these two toms. And as you can see, I've tuned them down quite a bit here using this little tuning control. Here's the default position. I tuned them down to about here. Pretty minor adjustment there, but it got us just where we wanted to be.
I'm in the business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a...
Next up were the cymbals. I didn't change these much because the main crash that he's riding on in the main riff sounds pretty close to the track. I did, however, select a different high crash. This is the Meinl Byzance medium thin 19-inch. Just so you know, there are a ton of drums and cymbals in this pack. There are crash cymbals, ride cymbals, China cymbals, hi-hats from 4 of the major brands, as well as a ton of snare drums, kick drums, and toms. There are actually 14 different snare drums to choose from, and they all sound sick. Let's go back to the snare we used for this cover. That's really about it. We've done some minor mixer adjustments, I think. Not a ton, a little less crash cymbals, a little less hi-hat, and a little more saturation here. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this cover and walkthrough. And if you want to pick up a copy of Robot Dog Drums Rock, just head over to robotdogdrums.com. Cheers.